Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Zach, and I'm here commentating over some more local games on the behalf of Whirlwind Games. If you want to check these games out live, we do stream our Yu-Gi-Oh! Locals every Wednesday and Saturday over at twitch.tv/Whirlwind Games, along with other product opening and other TCG games such as Digimon, Pokemon, Flesh and Blood, and just pretty much anything else interesting going on down at the shop. So if you want to check it out, there will be a link down in the description, and we'd love to have you in the chat. But guys, with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into round 3's feature match. Me on the left playing Speedroids, and Dylan on the right playing Salamangreats. Looks like Dylan will be going first, setting one card and passing it back over to us. So we will draw for turn. And I think we start with a copy of Small World. If I remember correctly, the hand was Double Yo-Yo, Pilica, Fuki Madoshi, Small World, and Duplicate, so there really wasn't too much I could do. But Small World does kind of just fix those weird hands. It does think that we had to get rid of the Double Yo-Yo because it is a combo piece later on down the road, but it is what it is. So we will get the Terratop, and we will special the Terratop, use its effect on summon, and he will go ahead and fire off the Imperm on it. We will normal summon the Fuki Madoshi Piper. Its effect will excavate one and then add one. So we reveal a effect failure and that goes to hand. And he's just kind of amazed because, yeah, that card's broken. I just wish there was some better things we could play in Speedroids for it. So we'll link 2 wins off. We'll get into a copy of Rubber Band Shooter. And since we have Pilica in hand, the thought process here is I had a normal summon that could potentially get me into a Baron line. So I want an extender of some kind. So we banish a 6. And we'll reveal a copy of Takatomborg and Car Turbo, because either one, it doesn't matter which one goes to hand, that will fulfill what I'm trying to do. So 1, 2, 3 was Car, 4, 5, 6 was Tak. Lands on a 3. Car will go to hand. Here we'll use the extra normal summon a Rubber Band Shooter to normal summon Pilica. Pilica's effect will target and special summon a Wind Tuner from Grave. We'll target the Fuki. He does have a response to the summon and the effect. He has a Crow. So that does eliminate the Baron line that I had potential access to. But we will still special the car, and then we will synchro these 2 off into a copy of Charge Warrior. Charge Warrior effect on summon will let us draw an additional card. And then attempting to enter battle phase, he goes ahead and drops the big fat rock. Here it is. Just asking which zone he wants it in, trying to play as fast as possible because I do not want to go into time. But for Speedroids, it really doesn't matter which zone it goes into. So, yeah, just being courteous. He draws for turn. He gets a Salamangreat Circle. He'll be grabbing a copy of Gazelle. And seeing as he didn't really do much, he literally sat one card and passed to us. So I feel comfortable just going ahead and getting rid of this. He's looking for extenders. And we're going to also go ahead and bounce that back to his hand, keeping him off of a body since he had to normal summon the Gazelle. He will take the Nibiru, run over the token, and pass it back to us. We'll draw for turn. We'll activate a copy of Speedroid Wheel, pitch the effect failure, believe it rolled on a 5, so we get 2 names from the deck whose levels combined equal the result of the dice. We get to summon them, but their effects are negated. So a copy of Marble Machine and a copy of Din Din Daiko Duke. Here we can Synchro Summon into Higoida. And then we can use Duke to summon back a Tuner. And we can Synchro right into a copy of Crystal Wing. Checking the grave, there wasn't really anything else we could have done. There was a line of play to get a Chanbara and a Crystal Wing on field. But looking back at this replay, I noticed he had multiple copies of Nibiru in his hand. So he bricked on like 3 copies of Nibiru or something like that. So good thing we didn't do that. Crystal Wing over the Nibiru. We'll take 3,000 and we'll pass it over to him. We know he has a Gazelle in hand, and he draws Spinny for turn. So normal summon Spinny, link it off into Baylinks, and then Chainlink 1 Gazelle, Chainlink 2 Baylinks. I'm still not too familiar on where the point of interaction should be, so I go ahead and use the Crystal Wing Negate on the Baylinks just to keep him off the body. We'll Imperm the Gazelle to keep him off of any more extenders he could potentially send to the grave. He'll summon back the Spinny. And I believe next up he just goes into Splash Mage. That's the only thing that really makes sense for him to be able to clear the board. Yep. So link those two off into a copy of Splash Mage. Using Splash Mage's effect, he'll be able to summon back a Cyberus monster in defense position, bringing back the Gazelle. And then right here, it's just a clean line into Transcode. Revive the Splash Mage. Into a copy of Accessed Code Talker. I preemptively go through the motions. I take 5,300. I thought that access code banished, but it just pops. And we pass it. He passes it over. We draw a copy of Speedroid Wheel for turn, and we just can't do anything with this. We have no follow-up in grave. And the card we drew requires a discard to do anything for us. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Dylan takes game 1. Let's go ahead and hop into game 2 and see how the rest of this match goes. Alrighty, and getting into game 2. We will be opting to go first. So give it a nice cut, and we will draw our opening 5. The hand's looking a little bit better from what I can tell from here. We'll start with E-Telly. E-Telly being able to special summon out in the end for us. We'll normal summon a copy of Din Din Daiko Duke. We'll go into Rubber Band Shooter. Use its effect to banish a level 7 Synchro. We'll reveal a copy of Yo-Yo and Terratop from the deck. Yo-Yo is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 was top. Lands on a 4, so we get top to hand. And then we get the extra normal summon off a Rubber Band Shooter for top. Top effect to search. We'll grab a copy of Car Turbo, since we already have the tack in hand. Attack effect, tribute himself for cost to summon a tuner from the deck. Summon out Dice. Dice effect on summon will be able to target Terratop and change its level 1 through 6, so we'll go for a 2. We'll synchro into 3. And then Cork Shooter's effect will summon back its materials since both are Speedroids and are in grave. Dice effect will be able to target either Cork or Terratop and change their level accordingly. So we'll change Terratop to a level 4 and go into a copy of Fagoida. Here's the Nibiru again. Dylan always having the right hand trap when he needs it. We'll activate E-Tally. We'll summon out Pilica. Pilica effect will target a copy of... We'll go... Actually, it's Chainlink 1 Pilica, Chainlink 2 Nian. So we'll special back the Cork, and then Nian can summon itself as a level 3 tuner. Effective Fagoida, since we control a Speedroid tuner, we can summon it out of grave once per turn. And then when synchro into a Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. We'll activate the effect of Car Turbo in hand to special. Then we will synchro summon into a copy of Charge Warrior. Charge Warrior will give us a draw. Hopefully something good. And then we'll synchro 9 into a copy of Shen Shen. Nian effect will shuffle back the level 7 synchro we banished for the Rubber Band Shooter, and then we will pass our turn from there. Definitely a better opening for us, and we actually have some type of board presence and also plenty of follow-up to actually keep playing. So the Nib will go over top of the Nian. That's fine. So he has wasted his battle phase. We still have a Crystal Wing Negate up, and we also have some hand traps, hopefully. He'll normal summon Jack Jaguar, link into Baylinks, Chain Gazelle. Making sure he resolves his Baylinks. Need to declare it. We'll use Crystal Wing to negate the Gazelle. Dylan is still just trying to go over all of his potential options on plays he can do. He does have Jack and Engrave as an extender if he wants to put the Gazelle back. He'll activate the Sanctuary. He'll relink the Baylings. And that does give him another name he could potentially shuffle back. He'll use Spinny Effect, summon itself back since he controls the Salamangreat. He'll link those two off into a copy of Sunlight Wolf. Activate Jack Jaguar. Special to a zone that Sunlight points to. Add back the Gazelle. And then he'll link the Jaguar and the Sunlight Wolf into another copy of Sunlight Wolf. Into Transcode. Transcode effect, summon back the Sunlight Wolf. He'll set 1. And he'll pass turn. We'll draw for turn. We do not have two different types and attributes in gray for us to bring back the Shin Shin just yet. But that's okay. I believe we normal summoned this copy of Takaton board. Then we use the Duke Engrave to special back the dice. Dice will target the attack to change it to level 2. But we'll go ahead and use the effect of the Goida Engrave to special summon itself since we do control the Speedroid tuner. And then we'll synchro into a copy of Cork. Cork's effect on summon. We'll go ahead and flip the Roar. We'll activate Speed Recovery. This is basically a Monster Reborn for the archetype. So we will get a copy of Terratop back out of the grave. We'll add another copy of Tax since we actually normal summoned this previously. So we can still special summon it and use its effect to tag out for a tuner. We'll special attack, use its effect, summon a tuner from the deck. We'll go for Fuki Madoshi. This will reveal 3 cards. We'll grab the card Turbo, and then we will put the other 2 to the bottom of the deck. We'll synchro these off into a level 7. I was going to go for Fast Dragon here because I thought I could 0-1 out, but the transcode does actually have an effect other than climbing into access code. It does protect from targeting. So we will go for a copy of Wind Pegasus. And then Wind Pegasus can go ahead and blow up the Sanctuary. And then from here, we can go ahead and do a neat little play. Since we did get the car turbo off of the Fukimadoshi reveal. So we'll summon the car, Synchro 8, go for a copy of Kite Drake. Kite Drake's effect to negate the effects of all face-up monsters the opponent controls. Car turbo effect will boost by 800, and then that should just been game. On to game 3, let's see who gets it. Alrighty, and we're into game 3. Dylan will be going first. Let's see what he can actually do. In the draw phase, he'll be activating a copy of Salamangreat's Circle, getting him a search for Gazelle. Followed up with a normal summon of Gazelle. Gazelle will be able to use its effect to dump a Salamangreat card from the deck to the grave. Taking his time to figure out which card he wants to dump. Must have a lot of actual extenders in the hand. To where he doesn't need to send, like Spinny for example. Opted to send a copy of Roar. Linking Gazelle off, Baylinks will be able to add a copy of Sanctuary. We'll activate the Sanctuary to relink the Baylinks. And then the Roar effect engrave to reset itself. Setting one additional card. I needed to see the text on Roar. So we'll draw for turn. We'll activate Speedroid Wheel, pitch Nian for cost. Forcing out the Roar. And now we've pretty much... we're free to an extent to play what we need to play. We'll normal summon the Marble Machine. This effect will let us grab a Speedroid monster from the deck and add it to hand. It will get hit with an Imperm. We'll special summon Takaton board. Use Tax effect to special a tutor from deck. We'll grab Duke. Synchro summon into Goida. Duke effect will be able to summon a tuner from hand or graveyard. To summon the dice that we opened up. Dice effect on summon will target the Goida to try to make it level 2. And there's the Nib token. Gotta love it. We'll set one card and pass it over, most likely. Activate Circle. Circle will give him a search for another Salamangreat monster. Thought about the Foxy. I'll grab a copy of Jack Jaguar. Not a bad choice. He'll then activate Pot of Desires, banishing 10 for cost. Drawing 2. Normal summon Buffalo. Linking the Buffalo off into a Baylynx. Buffalo will then be able to trigger, discarding a Cyberse monster to draw 2 cards. Just going over all of his potential options he has to extend and hopefully kill. He'll attempt to use the Jaguar, targeting the Baylynx. We will call by the grave the targeted Baylynx. Therefore, it doesn't get to summon itself. We'll go 3k over the token, then 500 direct. I think time was getting close to being called here. If I remember correctly, this was a couple days ago, so I don't remember too much. Looking at the grave, we do have a couple options. We still have Nian, so if we have a level 3. Here, what I really should have done is, on the normal summon of Car Turbo, I should have brought back the Nian as well. See if he would have crowed that instead, but it is what it is. So we'll just go Car Turbo, attack into the Baylynx. He'll take 300. He dealt 500 to us last turn. We'll pass it over. I think time gets called. He also just has the rage. He just kills us next turn anyway. So all in all, really good game. Definitely could have played that better on my part, but Dylan continues on to go undefeated. He should be in the next round. If you enjoy this type of content, please let me know down below. Leave me a like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next one, guys, peace out.